Hi, this is Chris with the Release Technique, and I have an important reminder for you that you can be whatever you want to be in this life. It all boils down to what you choose to identify with. Now, if you choose to identify with the mind, it is only a container of thoughts of limitation, doubts, concerns, excuses. Or you can choose to identify with beingness, which is whole, complete, absolutely perfect, and unlimited. Now, we are making this choice moment by moment, every single moment, every single day. Now, sometimes we make this choice consciously, but most of the time, we're making this choice unconsciously, which means we're unconsciously identifying with the mind. And we get lost in problems, lost in thoughts of, I can't do that. That is beyond me. I'm just a limited thing. And when we're doing this, we are actually making a choice. We're choosing to say no to beingness and putting all of our attention on this thought of limitation, which is nothing more than a sound in our head. Now, you can make a shift and make this choice conscious. And I'll show you how to do that. And when you do that, the mind goes quiet and you move into a place of having a concentrated mind where anything that you choose to do happens effortlessly. Like I said, I'll show you how to do that. But if you're really serious about standing up and taking control of your life, then I invite you to join us for a very special weekend course that's in Amsterdam called the Change Your Life course that is happening on January 30th through February 1st. And this course is 3 days of really digging out the limitations, digging out all of this identification that we have with the mind and letting it go so that we can be one with beingness permanently. So if you're interested in really taking control of your life once and for all, then click the link below and join us for the 3-day Change Your Life course in Amsterdam. Now, it really is a choice of yours, and you got to make this choice consciously, moment by moment. So let's start now. Now, could you just choose to say yes to beingness? And beingness is just nothing more than this moment and everything that's contained in this moment. Even if it's a good thing, even if it's not so good right now in this moment. Could you just say yes to this moment? And could you say yes to beingness? Beingness is isness. And there's no judgment in isness, it just is. So could you say yes to beingness? And could you say yes to beingness even more? And could you say yes to beingness even more? Now, the more you say yes to beingness and say yes to this moment, you see that there is no judgment in beingness. There is no suffering in beingness. The only suffering comes from the mind. It comes from resistance to what is. But if you're just allowing what is to be, there is no fight. There is no struggle. And you begin to open up to positive unlimitedness. So could you say yes to beingness even more? And could you say yes to it even more? And could you say yes to it even more? And if you have any feelings about anything that's going on in this moment in your life, could you just welcome the feelings up? Let go of trying to push them down. Let go of fighting with them and just allow them to arise. Let go of judging them. Let go of placing any value on them. Just allow them to come up. And surrender any feelings that you have in this moment. Bad feelings or good feelings even. Could you just surrender them all to beingness? And could you surrender them even more? And could you surrender yourself to beingness? And could you say yes to beingness? Could you say yes to it even more? And could you say yes to it even more? Now, if you notice, that mind probably has no clue what you're doing. It has no clue what beingness really is. But by experience, if you really chose to say yes in this moment, then something comes up, an awareness, a lightness, a beingness that's inside of you. And that's proof that there's something greater than the mind and something greater to identify with. Now, if you have a story of a problem, of a doubt, of an I can't that you have that's going on in your life, could you let that go? Could you let go of being so smart and allow it to be other than what you think it is? What do you have to lose? I mean, you could hang on to that thought. You could hang on to that limitation. But what does it really do for you? Does it make you so smart to be right? And it's your choice. So could you let go of being so smart and allow it to be other than what you think it is? And could you let that go even more? And even more. And even more. And could you let go of disapproving of yourself? How does it help you to disapprove of yourself? And could you let go of disapproving of yourself even more? And could you give yourself some approval? Because giving yourself approval is the smart thing to do. Could you give yourself even more approval? And 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 notice what you're feeling now. That lighter feeling when you give yourself approval. All that space that opens up inside of you. That's beingness. And it's showing you that beingness is the very essence of you. And that's unlimited. And when you identify with beingness, again, your mind goes quiet. You become concentrated with whatever you put in mind. So whatever you choose to have in mind. And there's no limitation to what you can put in your mind. But you just put in only what you want. And that's what you get. So experience the truth in this for yourself and join us in Amsterdam. It's time to step up and be the real you. And we look forward to seeing you.